everyone, I hope you are doing well. My name is Amoy Daily and welcome back to my channel. So today I've just got a video on some top tips for taking notes in lectures, and I've got 5 top tips for you today, so stay tuned for those. So the first tip is arguably the most important because, well, without this you can't really do the rest of them, but that is decide how you want to take your notes. And by that I mean decide whether or not you want to use pen and paper to take your notes, whether or not you want to use a laptop or another electronic device, and if you are using an electronic device, what software or what system do you want to use to take your notes. So I personally use Microsoft OneNote to take my notes because I just find it like really organized. So I just found it really useful for like sorting out like different folders, and then within each one I could just create like a new like page for each lecture. I found that really useful. So the second tip I have for you today on how to take notes in lectures is to paraphrase. Do not write down everything your lecturer says word for word, because 1, that will just take a long time. 2, if you're spending so much time writing down like the first sentence, you're probably going to miss what the lecturer says in the next sentence, and then before you know it, you're just kind of lost, and instead of paying attention to the lecture and absorbing what your lecturer is saying, you're just kind of now lost and trying to type out everything when you just don't need to. Like paraphrase, I use bullet points when I'm taking notes, so it's just like bullet point, kind of sum up what they say, next bullet point, sum up what they say. I do like little headings and then just bullet points under it, so that kind of stops me from like writing in like super full sentences and just like wasting time, really time that I could be using to pay attention to the lecturer. So the third tip I have for you kind of leads on from paraphrasing, but this is do not write down every single sentence that is on the PowerPoint if your lecturer uses a PowerPoint, but if your lecturer has sentences on the PowerPoint, do not feel like you have to write those down, because well, more often than not that PowerPoint will be available for you to see online, so you don't need to waste space in your lecture notes writing it down when it's already there on the PowerPoint for you. So the fourth tip I have for you is only really applicable if your lectures are recorded, but that is rewatch lectures if you want to go back over stuff. First of all, check if your lectures are recorded. Some of them might be, some of them might not be, but if they are, it is okay to, rewatch them, go back over them, play at a slower speed. And also, if you miss a lecture, it would also be useful to watch the lecture that you missed. So another tip is definitely watch lectures that you missed, because you just kind of don't want to risk being behind. And also, if there is anything you don't understand, it is okay to email your lecturer and ask them to clarify a point that they made, ask them to explain. If you want them to point you to any extra reading that you could do, that is what they are there for, utilize it. And this fifth piece of advice will be more useful to you if your lectures aren't recorded, but that is to voice record your lectures. So like if you have like a voice memos app on your phone, you can use that to voice record your lectures. I'm sure you should be allowed to. This is something I started doing in term 2 because one of my modules I had in my first year was not recorded, so I couldn't go back and watch it. So I just started like recording it on voice memos on my phone and then just titling it what lecture it was, and then I could just like re-listen to it afterwards if there was anything I needed to go back over. So I definitely recommend that. I'm sure you can also do the same things with seminars, so if you just want to record those and have them go back over it, that would be very useful. Don't be afraid to do that. Like, you are paying 9k to go to uni, or however much it is for whatever uni you're going to in whichever country, so record it, make sure you have that. Okay, so that is all the advice I have for you in this video on how to take notes in lectures. I hope it's been very useful for you. Please let me know if it has. I also wanted to let you know I do have a uni advice playlist on my channel, so all videos I make about uni advice and tips for uni and stuff will be in that playlist. And also make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Check out my other videos, they should be appearing on the screen at some point now. And I upload every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, so look out for those. But obviously if you don't want to miss them, definitely subscribe. So have a good week. Thank you for watching.